When I think of home. Don't let me start singing, y'all. You're in the lounge on WURD Radio, 96.1 FM, 900 AM. Shout out to Carmito. That song was her Mad Ethnic Musing of the Week. All right, just like that thing that she's been obsessing over. And of course, Billy Porter. Okay. That's one of the folks that you heard singing in that song. And he also just won an Emmy. So congratulations to him. He's the first openly gay black man to win an Emmy Award in a leading acting category. So that's that. But anywho, it's time to welcome our next guest. It's Artist Tuesday. So in case you may be new to the lounge, on Tuesdays we focus on artists. We also do open mic nights. So if you're a singer, lyricist, a poet, a rapper, we invite you to call in and get like your 30 seconds to shine on. So no matter where you're at in the world, you can call in. The hotline number is 215-634-8065. Again, 215-634-8065. You can also call in toll free. 866-361-0900. Again, 866-361-0900. And I mean, that's, if you feel like you got a little something that you're working with and you feel like folks need to hear it and they need to be aware of it, then you have a platform right here at the lounge that you can call in and take advantage of. But in the meantime, we're welcoming our girl, Risa Renee. So a little bit about her, right? Think neo soul meets funk meets go-go meets fly, meets dope, okay? And we get to enjoy all of that. She's a singer, she's a lyricist, she's a vibe curator. She's based out of the D.C. metropolitan area. Recently made an appearance here in Philly, headlining at the Female Takeover, which of course is presented by our folks, Sunny D and DJ Geek. And hey girl, hey.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
I'm good. That was a heck day. That intro was everything right there.
You know, I spent some time before the show really like honing in a bit.
I appreciate that.
No, but
I genuinely do, man.
So I told folks a little bit about you, like in my words, but why don't you take a moment and let folks know in your own words who you are, what you do.
I mean, I think you hit it right on the head.
Okay.
I'm a viber. You know what I mean? I like to have cool ass moments with other people that involve music. You know what I'm talking about?
Don't be getting us fined out here. We can't cuss. We can't cuss.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
But I feel like that was good emphasis, though, on what you do and what you bring to the table.
Yeah.
Okay, so from D.C., the D.C. area, I should say.
Yeah.
So first and foremost, how did you even find out about the Female Takeover and like find your way up here to Philly? Because that's how I ended up finding out about you, was you being featured there.
Yeah, well, first off, shout out to Sunny for sure. I came out here maybe about a couple years back and was working with a group by the name of Killiam Shakespeare. And
friends to the show.
Yeah. So we did some work together.
Philly gets smaller and smaller.
Yeah, okay.
They're dope. Yeah, they were here not too long ago.
So I did a gig and Sunny was there playing with them. So we've honed our relationship since then. She came out to D.C. And was drumming with a group. And I pulled up on her at a Velvet Lounge in D.C. or whatever.
Gotcha.
And she was like, yo, we should get up. I'm doing this Female Takeover. I'm like, yo, I'm trying to come out. What's up? And here
and
we
you
are.
got flued out.
Yeah. Yeah, I got flued out.
All right, so tell us a little bit about like how your musical journey even started. How did you develop this passion for music and this thing that you do now?
Oh, man. Ultimately, it's my happy place, I think constantly through different phases, you go through waves of life's happenings, Sometimes it can be a little overwhelming, and other times you you ride in the wave and you're good,
Yeah.
But I would just say, like, having some of those cycles continuously happening to be able to vent and release and express myself in a manner that lets me share the opportunity with other people. Like, I don't know, I just really enjoy the creative process of explaining, like,
my life.
Yeah.
In the sunshine.
So that's kind of how I fell into it, Got really deep in poetry when I lost two of my friends and, tragic deaths or whatever, and that whole process, I don't know, it just really sucked at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it ended up being a blessing because I was able to find my voice and kind of stumble into what I'm doing now, you know.
What has death taught you about life?
Ooh, live every moment, every second, you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I think, you know, being an independent artist or whatever, like, I work multiple jobs. Like, I do
The hustle.
Yeah, the whole nine. And sometimes, like, after work, whether it be my 9 to 5 or whether it be the music, I'm like, dang, I don't think I can get up tomorrow morning. Or, dang, I'm not about to go home. I know I got to get up tomorrow morning, but I got such and such to do, da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? It's like that constant, just you got to keep going type situation.
But, like, what keeps you going in those moments? Because there are just, like, the way that you can get up somehow, some way, right, is the same way somebody can stay in bed and say, not today.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not doing it.
I just can't go back. Like, it's only forward from here. Like, you know, what I'm trying to do, I'm independent right now. So, you know, it takes a lot. It takes a lot not only to invest in the mixing and the mastering of the stuff, but then I also work with other creatives. And at the end of the day, even though we all are out here, you know, trying to build and do what we got to do, I still take it my responsibility to look out for them in every way that I can as well. So it's a lot of, you know, I'm my own record label, you know what I'm saying? It's and at the end of the day, like, yeah, you got to get up because you got to get this check
The check
real
ain't
quick.
just fine.
In addition to other things, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? But you got to at least have these things lined up. And then at night, it's like, well, I'm not living just to go to work every day, so I'm going to just keep on grinding too.
Right.
So, you know.
So
good
what's it
balance.
for you, like, coming up, especially in this era, where I feel like being an independent artist is more praised than ever before? I mean, is there a blueprint to an extent that you look to, or that you feel like is inspirational, or that has been helpful for you when you're looking at maybe some independent artists who have, you know what I mean, like, developed a really big following?
Yeah, it's more of a full journey for me. Like, a big inspiration for me right now is coming from my hometown, you know, like, it's a rapper by the name of IDK. And the way he came up was just so crazy. He went from, like, being indie, running his own, like, and then rapping about it, so he, like, was around for the story, to then, like, having his own record label right now, like, in real life, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's stories like that, you know, to even, again, have somebody that I knew coming up, too, you know, that kind of get me motivated to feel like I can actually pull it off.
Yeah.
You know? So he's one, like, a prime example. I'm in Philly, so I've been following Tierra Whack heavy. Listen,
she's a beast.
Yeah, and when I was first put on to, like, Whack World, like, I know she's got so much publicity at this point, but I was watching, I watched that video, like, probably, like, 20 times. Anytime I'm with somebody on YouTube, like, I pull that joint up, like, you gotta see this. And what I really appreciated about it was, you know, and I'm pretty sure people are going on tangents about it, but how it's like a minute 30-second clips of all the jumps. And it's like the perfect way to present yourself to the industry, you know, to even be able to put yourself in a necessary position to be more of a threat, or to make the impact that you inspire to do or be, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, stories as a whole, I'm a geek, you know, end all be all.
Well, that makes sense. At some point, you connect with Sunny D and DJ Geek.
Yeah, there was no coincidence in that. Yeah.
But no, like, especially, like, hearing you talk about Tierra Whack and how she presents and storytelling and all of that in this male-dominated industry. I mean, like, is there anything for you in particular about the way that you present your story or the way that you present yourself that, you know what I mean, like, you feel like is important for you to, like, take complete ownership of as a woman?
Well, I would say coming into my career, like, there's this record called Wonderland Cool. And Wonderland Cool was a record about, you know, just finding your own, not only that, but just being confident in it.
Yeah.
And in the video, I tell this story about meeting a clothing designer. Like, I'm fresh to the industry. Mind you, this was probably like 8-9 years ago. So, you know, natural wasn't as in, you know what I'm saying? You know, it wasn't as. And a lot of the stylists particularly wanted to put me in, like, a dress and heels and da-da-da. If you want to make it, you got to do this, that, the third, blah, blah, blah. So I wrote a record about that. You know what I'm saying? And I think that would be, like, the general synopsis of what I would be looking for, you know.
Because for folks who have never seen you and weren't at the female takeover here in Philly to get to experience you at Green Soul, how would you define your style?
Funky, man. Like, I really look up to, like, Pharrell, obviously. Like, I believe in being comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I just like being comfy, cozy, and I like sneakers, you know.
Has your hair journey always been natural?
I've been natural since, 2008 was when I finally just did it. I have
Did
a
you like
hair
cut it
story.
all off? Because I'm 3 years in now, so I'm like, I'm curious.
I was not brave enough to cut it all off. I grew it out.
Okay.
Slowly but surely.
That's brave too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you're right.
That takes a lot of bravery.
Yeah.
What inspired you to go down that path? Because like you got this beautiful luscious fro.
Yeah.
Like for folks who are tuned in to Word TV or over on IG Live at Sincerely Sarita, like all of that good stuff.
Yeah.
You can see like her fro is luscious. Okay, it's like honey blonde type of situation popping. But yeah, like what set you on that path to kind of grow it out and go natural?
So growing up, like I always wanted my hair to be like straight. But I got so much body, it never like worked out that way.
Gotcha.
So in the education of me being miseducated, rather,
Ooh.
I thought that I needed a relaxer in order to make it straight. So my hairdresser at the time, I'm one of them, like, I only go to my hairdresser and do my hair since I was,
Right.
like, 8 years old type situation, you know what I'm saying? So she used to put a press and comb in a jar in my hair, but I didn't know the difference between it. So long story short, I went away to college, and when I was out there, I went to a new hairdresser, which I don't ever normally do, and she put a real relaxer in my hair. When she did it, it burned, like, the whole right side, like, you know, my hair. And
The scalp and stuff.
Oh my God, like, I didn't need a relaxer first and foremost, and then, like, I just did the most. I don't know. That was it for me. That was it. I had already only got the, you know, press a comb, whatever, every 3 months, and I was just like, I'm just going to go for it and see what happens.
Yeah.
And I prayed, and I was like, Lord, just let it be manageable, let it be decent.
You know,
like,
girl, when you got to go to the Lord.
Because
I
don't like doing hair like that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it worked out. I say
That's
that. Long story short.
I know that's right. All right, so we got to take a quick break.
Yeah.
But when we come back on the other side, I want to talk go-go music.
Oh, all right.
Like, especially, we touched on go-go music a few months back because there was this whole protest that was happening down D.C., kind of tied to gentrification and all of that good stuff. And Metro, I think it was a Metro PCS or whatever / T-Mobile, where in this gentrified neighborhood, this Metro PCS had been there for years. They used to, or have always, like, brought speakers out into the street, played go-go music. And, you know, new neighbors started complaining about it. And it really kind of just sparked this kind of save our roots, you know what I mean? Like a whole
situation.
movement. Yeah.
I was there, yeah.
You were there?
I was there.
See, that's why I want to talk about it. I want to talk about it. So we'll talk about that, but then also just a little bit more of the work that you've done, because I know you won the prestigious amateur night at the Apollo, and which a song Got Me Loose. But then, you know, you've had your debut LP, which is released, and then you had Lovers Rock, and then South by Southwest with Erykah Badu, and then you're on tour joining T.I. on the Hustle Gang tour. Like, you've been putting in work.
I have been working with
You've been putting in work. So we're going to try to touch on, you know what I mean, a little bit of all of that.
All right.
But loves, if you're just tuning in, I am chatting with Risa Renee, neo soul meets funk meets go-go. She's all of that and then some. She's a vibe curator, a singer, a lyricist, based out of the DC metropolitan area. She's here in Philly rocking out for the week. And shout out to Sunny D and DJ Geek. They had her headlining over at the Female Takeover at Green Soul, and so, you know, do connections or whatever, we was able to get her on the show and appreciate it. So if you want to join the conversation, you know, even if you got some tie to the DC area or a love for go-go music, or, you know, just our Artist Tuesday and wanting to show some appreciation, or, you know, speak on any part of this conversation that has resonated with you, feel free to call in. Hotline 215-634-8065. You can also call in toll free 866-361-0900. Y'all know we always have a question of the day, and that question of the day today is, what's your all-time favorite movie? Your all-time favorite movie. And, you know, you can speak on why. You got the numbers now that you can call in. And if you're tuned into the lives, you can also drop your all-time favorite movie in the comments. We'll read it on, on air and all that good stuff. We're live, so we're gonna shout you out. All right, so that's that. I'm your host, Sincerely Sarita. You're in the lounge on WURD Radio 96.1 FM 900 AM. We'll be back after these messages.
Brothers and sisters!
Don't miss The Source.
Weekdays 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
on Word Radio.
WordRadio.com and the Word Radio app.
Okay, kids, Dad's gonna teach you how to dance. First, spread your feet apart. Then, pump your knee, nod your head, shake your hips, and bite your lip ever so slightly. Now, with one hand in the air, point at people with the other hand. I call that the rock star.
Dance like a dad. It's a great way to make a moment with your kids.
Now, make a face like it just smells something bad.
Visit fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Be heard.
Be heard.
Want another way to join the conversation?
Follow us on social media
Using the hashtag onWord.
Be heard.
Stay connected to Word Radio.
Independent Black Media.
Word TV. We're streaming live video of this conversation right now.
Tune in on YouTube at onWord.
Or on Facebook at Forward.
Word TV.
Black Talk Media.
The Lounge with Sincerely Sarita. Sincerely Sarita. Right now on Word Radio.
Can you tell me where we go from here? Make no mistakes, I'ma set this thing straight. If only for a night we can. Baby, fly your way on a special day. There's no way I can take this chance. Just me and you, just one slow dance. So baby, can you hold me tight? 'Cause baby, yeah, it feels so right. And it's cold lane, the space is closely. Pull me, baby, love me, hold me. Ooh, we said it's cold lane, the space is closely. Pull me, baby, love me, hold me. Ooh, we so long, farewell, goodbye, my friend, until the day we meet again. Now as I lay me down to sleep, I pray to you, my heart, please keep, 'cause I have been through plenty rain, no longer wild to be in vain, 'cause this thing here has racked my brain, my friend, turn love drives me insane, said you got me loose, you got me open, baby, open up your heart, maybe we can do some late night conversations, baby, take me, got me open, baby, open up your heart, maybe we can do some late night conversations, baby, take me away, can you take me away, can you take me away, can you take me away? You got me spinning around and I ain't coming down. What you gonna do now? Got me spinning around and I ain't coming down. What you gonna do now?
That's Risa Renee with Got Me Loose. You're in the lounge on WURD Radio 96.1 FM 900 AM. And Risa Renee is joining me in studio. She's here in Philly for the week. She was headlining at the Female Takeover at Green Soul. Shout out to Green Soul, y'all. We was just talking offline about the Brussels sprouts. I don't want people to think I'm drawing every time I talk about Green Soul and these Brussels sprouts, but like
them jobs was good, man. It was real good.
They're good. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. All right, so Got Me Loose.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that track and like the background on it, the concept of it, how it came about, all that good stuff.
That's the first song I ever wrote, Aaron.
Really?
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
Wow.
Yeah, I was, that whole time period I was telling you about, I was hanging out with my homeboy, and he jumped on the piano, and the words just started falling out, so I started writing them down and recording it or whatever. But
they fall out like that, though? I mean,
that's how it fell out. Yeah,
man.
that's crazy. That's how that one fell out. And I ended up coming home or whatever and performing it for my brother.
Yeah.
And we ended up making it.
That was that.
Yeah.
Wow. That's so dope. That's so dope. So I shared, and we've kind of touched on a bit before break, that, you know, you're from the D.C. metropolitan area.
Yeah.
Is that like, are we talking Prince George's County?
Yeah, I'm from
PG?
PG County. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
One thing people don't know about PG County, but they should.
Ooh. It's the richest black community in the nation. There are many sides to it, though, you know? But,
We're the best food spot. I'm a foodie.
I like eating in D.C.
You don't?
I do.
Oh.
I do like eating
I was
in
about
D.C.
to be like, wait, why?
No, yeah.
Scare me. Oh, Lord Jesus.
It's a lot of chains in Maryland.
True.
So, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
It's I like dive bars and stuff like that.
Okay. Got you. Oh, wait. What's your favorite dive bar?
Ooh, see, here you go. There's a spot called Saku Ramen in Adams Morgan that I enjoy.
Okay. Mental note.
Aliasness.
Mental note. Okay. Current thoughts on the state of go-go music?
I'm so proud of what it is, you know what I mean? Like, this is a probably long conversation, but try to fast forward it. Like, you know, growing up, listening to Chuck, listening to Northeast Groovers, TCB, on and on and on, and then to speak on what you were talking about, like the Don't Meet DC and Long Live Go-Go rallies that are happening at home right now. It's been like just a rebirth, you know what I mean? And to have been in the community for, the last 8 to 9 years or whatever, to see where it's at right now, just the life in it as a consumer, a fan of the music, and then also like on a creative side as well, like seeing the business of it as well. Like, it's beautiful right now,
Yeah.
You know, we just they did a Million Mo March is what they called it.
I love that.
Where Backyard headlined on.
They had bands and stuff.
Backyard headlined on the Monument, you know, on the mall or whatever. And it was really dope. It was a bunch of, you know, kids out there. We was talking about voting and, you know, different councilwomen and councilmen who are, you know, running for office and how important it is to really get out here and get your voice out here. So, all that is being fueled by music. Like, that's just so dope. Yeah.
So with your music, what do you hope to fuel?
With my music, I don't know. It's like, I'm obsessed with love, you know? Overwhelmingly amount of, like, giving love, like, being loved, loving yourself, just the different viewpoints of that, you know?
That radical love.
Yeah, you know? I don't know. And then ultimately, outside of the music, to inspire somebody to believe that they can do, you know, what their heart desires type situation, you know?
What's your sign?
What?
Oh, gosh. What's your sign? When's your birthday?
I'm a Virgo.
Oh, y'all be thinking so much. That's why she said, what? Don't be asking my sign. You don't need to do that.
Yes, what is all this? I hate that question.
Why do you hate that question?
That's another story for another day. I'm not about to get into right now. But.
All right. So we'll get into a late congratulations, because some time ago you won the prestigious amateur night at the Apollo.
Yeah.
How was that for you?
It was great, man. That was at a point in my career where I was trying things out, you know, and that really gave me a stamp like, oh man, you might really be able to pull this off.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
And the song we just heard, Got Me Loose, was the song that you performed there.
Yeah, I was the second person in 3 years to win off an original song.
Wow.
It was crazy at the time.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, man.
And then then you had your debut LP, which was Release.
Yeah.
A play off the name, y'all, because her name is Risa Renee.
Yeah.
So you had Release and then Lovers Rock. Mm-hmm. So between those two, because Release dropped when?
2012.
12. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Lovers Rock was
2016, maybe.
What was the growth like in between those two body of works?
That's a good question.
I was trying, girl.
I was traveling a lot. So Lovers Rock, like I said, with love, it's like different shades of love, different angles of it. So you have like Guess Again, which is a record about me traveling all the time, but you'll never have to guess again, like for my love for you or that I'm thinking about you type situation, you know. Then you have records like Hello Mama, where it's like, hey, come on a journey with me, like I just want you to come. I don't care about nothing else. Like we're about to just have it up, you know. It was more of a experiential type writing about love, you know what I mean? And then I think we fell more into funky. I started working with some more producers. They call it Heaven Sound from DMV or whatever.
Yeah.
We'll be on the next album, which you can talk about later, but that's another story.
I was going to say, when's that?
I'm independent, remember that? I got some meetings, you know, y'all. Hopefully I'll be dropping dates very soon, but it's some really good music, man.
Looking forward to that.
I can't wait either. I'm trying to hold it in, to be honest.
Got you. So with the songs that you're making, right? Mm-hmm. What I feel like we're seeing for the first time in our generation, and in music in general, but millennials, and specifically like black millennials of color, bringing different perspectives to songwriting. So we have like Kehlani, who is as a songwriter is writing about women, is writing about the relations, the love, you know what I mean, between a woman and a woman. Do you see yourself in some way as like someone kind of on the frontier of that and kind of breaking that new ground? Because you mentioned like tracks like Hello Mama, you know what I mean?
I did.
Like that's not something that I feel like 10 years ago, maybe 15, even more years ago, we might have heard a song like that with a woman singing it.
Yeah, that's valid. That's really valid.
Do you look at it like, is that something that you're conscious of, or is it legit just like it's just you telling your story?
Yeah, it's not really anything I really think about, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
Hello Mama was a genuine feeling, like I was overcome with like love, you know, it may not be able to make no sense, but this is what I'm trying to do type situation, you know. And the song in itself, like, you know, like it make you want to, like, you know, y'all can't see me, but if you look online, I'm doing like this shoulder dance, you know what I mean?
There's a little bot with it.
Yeah, it make you want to like move with it too, you know, just the vibe of it. When I wrote that record, like I discovered I don't know, like a joy. Like I'm telling you, like a joy in this, like a sound that I can really appreciate.
Yeah, that's so dope. And I mean, but that's part of the reason why, like, when I hear like you're joining an art, or you've joined an artist like T.I. on the Hustle Gang tour. You know what I mean? Like, what was that like for you? That experience?
I learned a lot. Yeah. Just from it coming from a news, I was on the news to promote a show I was doing, Funk Parade in D.C. And Young Dro just so happened to be there. The Hustle Gang tour.
Young Dro.
Who knew, right?
Wow.
So I'm in there, like, being in my own little world, like, sound checking for the performance part, you know what I mean? Like, just doing my own thing. And, you know, caught their attention, I guess. And they was like, yo, we got a show at the Howard Theater, come through. I was like, okay, bet. Came through, and they was like, yo, we really liked it. You trying to jump on some dates with T.I. tour? And I'm like, heck yeah. And, like, 4 dates later, I'm in his dressing room, like, talking to him and taking pictures and stuff like that, you know what I mean? So it was a really cool experience because, remember I told you I'm a geek, so creatively speaking, I've been working with my same videographer, shout out to Yaya, for the last 6 years. So the Hello Mama video, she shot that, like Minister Cinema, you'll see that on a lot of my videos or whatever. That was the first time we were able to see, like, you know, T.I. traveled with that big screen behind the stage. Like, the whole backstage is a screen. We were able to play all of her music videos behind the record that was done.
Wow.
And
That's dope.
Yeah. And not every artist on the tour was doing that, but the fact that we were prepared, it was a good experience as independent artists to see how to plug in and learn how to do that.
Yeah.
At the different venues, et cetera, et cetera. Like, that was really dope. So it was inspirational on the level of being able to share my music on that national standpoint, and then creatively, you know, to be able to show my team, like, yo, it's all paying off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That was really dope.
They say if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready.
Yeah.
All right, so we got to take a break, and then I got my next guest lined up on the phone right now. But we usually play this game with our guests on Artist Tuesday called Quick Shots. And I want to make sure, because you going back to D.C., so I don't know when we're going to see you again.
Okay.
So I want to make sure we play this game with you, but then also do some shameless plugs and let folks know, like, where they can find your music at, where they can follow you at, like, all of that good stuff.
All right.
So we'll take this break. And then we come back on the other side. We're going to chat for a few minutes longer about that. And then, y'all, I'm going to be welcoming my final guest of the evening. Her name is Elisa Joe. She's an R&B singer and songwriter based right here in Philly that will be joining us. And, you know, she's done background vocals. She's done a bunch of different stuff for major artists such as Jasmine Sullivan, The Roots, Queen Latifah, Trey Songz, Beyonce, and many more. But aside from all that, like, she does her own thing, and you're going to learn about that as well. So you're in the lounge on WURD Radio 96.1 FM 900 AM. I'm your host, Sincerely Sarita, and we'll be back after these messages.
Brothers and sisters, don't miss The Source
Weekdays 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
on Word Radio,
WordRadio.com, and the Word Radio app.
Word Family. Our friends at Amoroso's Baking Company are hiring right now. Amoroso's has been baking the delicious bread in our community for over 100 years, and they want you to join their team today. The old and the young love Amoroso's, and they are hiring production, packaging, and sanitation employees right now. Check it out. They offer fair pay and provide health, dental, and prescription plans after 90 days of employment. They're also hiring part-time and seasonal employees. Entry-level candidates are encouraged to apply. Call Scott Drummond at 856-754-0360 or visit amorosos.com for details.
3, 2, 1. Oh no. Which button am I?
When every second counts, you can't wing it.
Guys, a little help up here?
In a home fire, you may have less than 2 minutes to get out. So make a family home fire escape plan. Then practice home fire drills at least twice a year so everyone knows what to do when they hear. Prepare your family at ready.gov/fire drill. Brought to you by FEMA, the Ad Council, and Make Safe Happen.
Drive in
With Solomon Jones.
Drive home
With Charles Ellison.
This is Word Radio, 96.1 FM,
And 900 AM WURD.
Philadelphia, independent black media. Word TV. We're streaming live video of this conversation right now.
Tune in on YouTube at onWURD.
Or on Facebook at Forward.
Word TV.
Black Talk Media.
The Lounge with Sincerely Sarita. Sincerely Sarita. Right now on Word Radio.
Wanna get high. Say she wanna come around the way, so you introduce her to the whole family. When she around, it feels inspiring. Just wanna get high, high, high. Late night vibes, vibes, vibes. No pressure, laid back, chillin', thinking about when you first met. Great sex, we're laughing, joking, hanging, faded. Now y'all just upset, thinking what's next. What do we gotta say? Bye all the time. Got loving on the mind. said, "Dear Cupid, you gon' stop playing with me. I'm supposed to stay, not fade away. Checking out the hotel of heartbreak. Just wanna get high. Late night vibes. No pressure."
That's Time Flies by Risa Renee. You're in the lounge on WURD Radio 96.1 FM 900 AM. I'm your host, Sincerely Sarita, and Risa is joining us on stage. I want to say on stage, but that's because she was on stage at the Female Takeover, which went down this past Sunday at Green Soul. Shout out to Sunny D, the drummer. Shout out to DJ Geek. But yeah, Time Flies.
Yeah.
New, that's new music.
That's the new.
The newest, the new.
New, yeah.
What was that creative process like for you with that?
Oh man, so I was working with a producer by the name of Aline Bilal. Shout out AB, the producer, back at home. And every time we get together, like, he's one of them producers that'll lay some stuff on, like maybe he writes as well. So when he put this beat on, like we probably spent about 30-40 minutes going through or whatever. He had a particular hook he had laid on it. So I ended up keeping it at the end of it, but I used that to kind of base the topic of what I was writing about with the record.
Gotcha.
And
build off of that.
Yeah.
That's dope. So with the new music, where do you see yourself going from here? Creatively, or on a business tip, like where do you want to go from here?
I'm more envisioning the business tip because creatively, like, the funk, but yet a vibe at the same time. Yeah. It encompasses like a live experience that, a feeling, if you will, you know what I mean? But business-wise, I just am looking forward to being able to partner with someone who can continue to help me expand, get overseas. Like I'm trying to really travel with this and not, just selfishly, but I want to bring my team out, like, so we can do this thing full time,
Everybody eats, B.
Everybody eats, B. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of Mariam Mariba?
No, hit me.
I'm gonna send you some of her stuff.
Please do.
But yeah, she's dope.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm a fan of her work, but I don't know why she just came to mind for me when you were talking about overseas. I mean, she also has a record that's tied to overseas, but that's neither here nor there. Okay. But creatively, I don't know how, but that could possibly be really dope. But yeah, I'm gonna send you her info. But anyhow,
please do.
Gotta get ready to let you go and be great and fly in this world and do all that you've already been doing. Yeah. But we like to play a game around here. It's called Quick Shots. Okay. And basically how it works is I'll say something and you say the first thing that comes to your mind.
Oh, Lord.
Keep it to one word.
All right.
All right. And for some questions, it won't necessarily be a one word type of situation, and I'll let you know. But yeah, you down?
I'm down.
Okay.
All right, let's give it a shot.
R&B.
Ari Lennox.
Time.
Waste away.
Love.
Passion.
Biggest musical influence.
Prince came to mind.
Nice. All-time favorite record.
Ooh. All Falls Down, NERD.
One artist who is underrated.
IDK.
Favorite song on your playlist right now.
Devin the Dude. Wait for it.
Devin the Dude.
Devin the Dude just released an album, and he has my favorite flipping song on it. Hold on.
And you've been playing it out.
Yep. Minus IDK. I know I keep saying IDK, but I'm going to stop. Because his records.
I mean, if he's that dope, he's that dope.
He's that dope. But Don't Be Afraid by Devin the Dude. I've been playing that.
Okay. Where is he based out of?
Devin the Dude?
Yeah.
That's a good question. I just know he's an avid cannabis smoker.
It doesn't really matter where he's based. Yeah. He's around.
He's a legend, you know what I mean? He's
Devin the Dude. Look, you just put him on my radar, so now I feel like I need to go look him up. All right. Finish the sentence with one word. Dear black man.
We love you.
It was supposed to be one word.
Oh, man.
All right. One word.
Oh, come on, man.
Dear black woman.
I was gonna say the same to both. That's not fair, man. We love you, man. Love, love, love. That's the easiest
All
way to
right.
go.
So dear black man, love. Dear black woman, love. And if all of us love, there's so much more love in the world.
Yeah, we just gotta keep giving that. You know
I
what
love
I mean?
it. I love the love. love to love ya.
Yeah.
All right. All right, loves. I have, look, it's just love everywhere. I've been chatting with Risa Renee. Let folks know, where they can find you at, follow you at. We like to do shameless plugs and all that good stuff. So,
Can I do something?
yeah, wow, you about to drop something? You about to sing?
No, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I said my name is Risa Renee. You plan on going worldwide with this go-go swing. Soldiers from the DMV, what are you saying? To DC, Maryland, Virginia, stamped. Sit blasting through your speakers, amps. Headphones and sneakers, jam. Rocking left to right as I do my dance. If you're feeling mighty fine, gonna lift your hands high for the hometown hero. Sung and unsung, those who started from zero. Light us up, remember. For those who ain't hit OV, Dave C. drummer, hero, music is forever. Timeless, act like you know. Chuck Brown, TCB, party at the go-go. Mixing in Badu, Jill, bringing the soul. Listen to the groove and inspiration as it goes. Cause you inspire me to write to sing. And yes, I do bring everything to the table that he's placed in me. Yeah.
Everything that he's placed in her, you just heard right here on Word. You see what I said there? I can riff. Phoenix, you're such a hater. Anywho, no,
So
that was live.
Thanks, man.
All right, so now let folks know where to follow you at.
As long as you know how to spell my name, you can find me anywhere. It's REESARENEE. RisaRenee.com, Instagram /Risa Renee, Twitter /Risa Renee, Apple Music, Spotify, whatever your platform is, as long as you can spell my name, you can find me everywhere.
Yeah.
Let's hang out.
And there we have it. Thank you so much for joining us. Of course, safe travels back to the DMV, all that good stuff. Keep doing what you do. Anytime you're back in Philly, let us know. You welcome in the lounge, boo.
Thanks for having me, man.
Yeah. All right, y'all. So, keeping it moving because,